Hello again. Back at this. Hello, Night Fiend. Hello, people not named Night Fiend. You know, I should start doing that. I should just pick one random person out of chat, say hi to them, and then say hi to everybody except them. It's very binary. You just say hi to everybody all at once. Looks like everything's running. Yeah, whatever. So, more 14 MSQ. Stormblood Pats, this is going to be 4-2. 4-3. We did 4-2. 4-1 was getting Alamigo rich and then learning about Viola, and then 4-2 was learning about Asahi, the silly man. And now 4-3 is going to be all about Yotsuyu and redeeming on that eternal grievance I have. So it'll be exciting. I was going to do a bit that I booted up Night Rain and was going to go queue for a match, and then would have said psych and just hot swapped over the 14. But that felt like a lot of work, so I didn't do it. So pretend I did it and that it was funny. Honestly, it was the funny thing that made me not do it. Because I was thinking about it, and I was just like, I'd get like a chuckle out of me. I'd be like it's funny. I was like, it wasn't actually like a really good bit. Like I did the pump fake when we went from Rebirth to Onimusha Dawn of Dreams, and that I still think that's funny. I mean that's the only thing that matters. If you can make yourself laugh, then you're good, and then other people laugh with you. That's also nice. So here we are. When we last left off, last time on Dragon Ball Z, we were talking about prisoner exchange. The agreement is that there will be one, and because Yotsuyu has amnesia and is basically a grown child, she is effectively useless to everyone, and so the prisoner exchange will go on without her if she does not get her memories back. And that's where we left things. I also looked around, and I guess it makes sense in hindsight, but all of the dungeons going on right now are tied to the Four Lords quests. Because there was Swallow's Compass and Hell's Cure. No, Hell's Cure's name is... You get it. So there's two dungeons that we're not running because we're not doing trial content. Which then makes the trial content interesting when we come back to it, because... Do we do the dungeons on stream? Probably not, because they're not the raid. Well, they are, they're not. I think about it, but I have like years to think about it, because we're not even through Shadowbringers, let alone the 80-hour cinematography known as Endwalker, where you do actually play the game now and again. So anyway, we have to talk to this loser. It's Alphino. He has important news to share. Audio seems a wee bit quiet. I'm gonna bump it. I'm gonna bump. My volume's fine. You don't need to hear me that loudly. Okay, fine, just a little bit. I don't want to be in the red. I'm not in the red. Okay, good. I'm not. We're fine. Everything's fine. Anyway. Let's see. Impeccable timing. We have just received a letter from Lord Hien. Oh, we're showing him in OBS. Down there. He writes that the Dolmens are coordinating their efforts with the Blue Kojin to maintain a constant watch over the red. By staying on the lookout for signs of crystal hoarding and the like, they mean to nip any summoning attempts in the bud, thereby satisfying the conditions for peace set down by the ambassador. Yes, this was Stu too. And also part of Asahi's plan from the beginning is that everybody should be on board with no summoning of icons. So a condition of the peace treaty is that nobody summons anything anymore. When, in the meantime, he's actively trying to get something done, but we'll get there. The Garley's part, the Popularis have sent word that a vessel bearing Doman conscripts is due to arrive in Yangsha. To it seem that the prisoner exchange is to proceed as planned. Lord Hien requests your presence, and I share his view that you should be on hand at this critical juncture. Stoic nod. That's a fierce nod. You did the mean face. According to the letter, Yotsuyu's memory is yet to return, so it looks like she'll be living out the rest of her days in Doma, assuming the ambassador means to honor the agreement. Excuse me. Before we get to that, however, I think it'd be wise to assess her condition one last time. If the Domins have missed any change in her mental state, however slight, it would be better if Asahi weren't the one to spot it. Agreed, let's make straight ways. We're gonna go look at her. Tara's gonna be fine. She's busy getting rich and Gane hanging out with Hancock. His cheekiness. You have anything silly to say? Alfino's been keeping a very careful count of his coins lately. I doubt he'd ask for a sip of water without asking the price of it first. Very much in favor of peace agreement. Loosen that imperial grip, I say, and let the trader outs breathe freely. Not a surprise he's thinking about money. Wait a minute, why am I... No, not that. This. Da-da-da-da. Speaking the Kienkan. Let me make sure that's where I think it is. Yes. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Domain Enclave, go. So, we've got... There's gonna be a lot of cutscenes today. I'm trying to think if we do any actual violence. A lot of talking cutscenes today. It's gonna be a chill stream, I guess. I know for a fact that we're not queuing for anything. It's gonna be an hour and a half before we get in. That'll be next week's stream. The desperately vying for content while waiting in queue. Please look forward to it. Anyway, you're looking for Gosetsu. He's with Yotsuyu, keeping close watch of her. Yes, quite close indeed. Are you? Cheeky kitty. Anybody else popping around? Takuro. See if he remembers me. Yeah, he's all business. That's something I said. Say. Ever since he drained our coffers dry by buying that sword, Alphino has had his purse strings at a death grip. I can't even buy a cup of tea without him going on. He's learned his lesson. I love how everybody's talking behind Alphino's back, or I guess in Alice's case, to his face about all this, and Alphino's just like, "Oh yeah, politics. Don't worry about it." Anyway, though I wrote at some length on the subject of the forthcoming exchange, there was one other matter I neglected to mention. It concerns Gosetsu. As you may have observed, he returned from his ordeal rather the worse for wear, and despite his best effort to conceal his conditions, or perhaps because of them, he recently collapsed. Gasp. I do like the female Hrothgar's very cat-like recoil on the shocked emote. It's very appropriate. Because Hroth guys are they're just burly men. They don't do a lot of cat stuff. I guess the dance is cat-like, but a lot of what they do, well, it's because they just stole crap from the Rogadon, I guess, but whatever. I enjoy these little touches. Find a bed and grumbling without cease, but he has shown signs of recovery. He has made me promise not to tell you lest you worry unduly, which was all very well when you weren't here. Now that you are, however, I think it high time you receive some visitors. Might you spare him a moment? Yotsuyu is scarce left his side. I imagine you're curious to see what become of her as well. Shall we? Thought we're walking into a cutscene. A lot of this today.
Open wide now.
Please, Tsuyu. I'm not so frail that I cannot feed myself. I grow weary of the taste of gruel.
You don't like it? Can I fetch you something else?
Aye, wine. Or if that is not wholesome enough, I don't know. A sweet persimmon from Namai? I enjoyed them in my youth.
A persimmon?
Nay, pay me no mind. I am full. Besides, we have guests.
not interrupting your meal. We had heard you were confined to bed and thought you might welcome some visitors.
Confined to... A gross exaggeration. A trifle drained from my exertions, perhaps, but with a little rest, I shall be fighting fit again in no time.
Take off your clothes.
Gosetsu, is this how you've been spending your time?
My lady, I assure you this is not.
Off with them. We need to wash you. You stink.
Common jacked Rogadin.
What are all these scars? There are so many of them.
A life of battle will leave its mark upon a man. Is something wrong, Tsuyu?
It's nothing. I'm fine.
Dana.
But leave me be, woman. I will not be fussed over like some newborn babe.
Oh, we're back. They make a convincing pair, do they not? On first acquaintance, I would think him a doting grandsire and her a model grandchild. Indeed, had someone told me a year ago that I would live to bear witness to such a scene, I would have declared them mad. That aside, I am relieved to see Gosetsu has lost none of his spirit. What a turn of events. I mean, for her to suddenly be watching over him, you couldn't make it up. Although I suppose Gosetsu is an old man. With the way he charges through life, it can be easy to forget. He has resisted decrepitude with the same defiance he showed the enemies of Doma. But no matter how adamant his will, no man can carry on forever. He has pushed himself beyond the limits of endurance too many times. Even if his health returns, the fact remains. He will never again be the warrior he once was. One too many knocks. It happens. He's given his all for his liege and land, and we will ask no more. And what of his nurse? Yotsuyu is feigning that. Well, she certainly has me fooled. This is no pretense. One reliable source in this entire place. You, Giddy. Out of all of us, I would think you the hardest to convince. So what makes you so sure? I've been spying on Yotsuyu from the shadows, waiting for the misstep that would betray her charade for what it was. But her mask has never slipped, not once. She has remained in character from the first. One evening, I watched her as she sat in her chambers, unguarded and alone. She had taken the dishes from the cupboard and was pretending to prepare dinner right there on the tatami. A child's game. Even the wariest shinobi would not go to such lengths. I can but conclude that her mind is truly broken. Well, that's good enough for me and everyone else, I would hazard. Aye, the matter is settled. Yotsuyu will become Tsuyu and begin a new life here in Doma. Before that can happen, however, we will need to present her to the ambassador one last time to prove that her memory is truly gone. But I would not risk parading her in front of our returning conscripts. Her presence at the exchange would only stir up mutinous thoughts. Understandably, she is good as fasten the chains around their necks. Yeah, which is why I mean to conclude the business with Tsuyu first, out of the sight of my countrymen. Will you help me? We are at your service. There is no higher purpose than the pursuit of peace. Alfino, don't do it. My thanks. The Garleans are on their way, and we must prepare to welcome the ambassador. Blah, blah, blah. Off we go. Every time I look at Kien's design on his left shoulder, if I do it too quickly, I think he's a member of the Horde. But that's not what that is. Nice to talk to them. You get it, what you got? After weeks of surveillance, it was difficult for me to accept that Yotsuyu's condition was genuine, but not as difficult as accepting Gosetsu's affection for her. Yeah, Yugiri's not having it. Skiff will take us to a meeting with the ambassador, blah, blah, blah. How you doing? He's saying the same thing. That's not the map button in this game. Oh no. Oh no, the muscle memory. Wait, is the skiff in? Oh, the skiff's in. Gotta know. I'm sorry. Gotta go to the docks. Technically, it's about as fast as if I took the 8th right there. Yep. It might have been actually faster. I may have actually done a speedrun trick right there by going to the docks and coming back. That was intentional. I'm just showing you how a master works. A master of nothing. Anyway. Time for another cutscene. We're chatting about ice cream. You seen Tsuyu? She's nowhere to be found. What? But the Garlands will be landing in a matter of moments. If she's fled, could it mean her memories have returned? I know not. Yugiri is scouring the streets as we speak, but it is possible Tsuyu has left the Enclave altogether. Get the persimmons, I think. Can't ferry a fair-skinned woman across the river. Yes, my lord. Now that you mention it, there was a lady among the passengers whom I do not recall having seen before. Her face was hidden by the brim of her hat, but I remember taking her hand to help her onto the boat. White as new fallen snow it was. Was she someone important? Have I done something wrong? No, I was really hoping to catch our guest before she departed. Be at ease. Nice catch, Ian. She's bailed. Oh, hang on. Scouting, aiming, healing. Yeah, it's better. It's all turning into money. Getting cheeky? Ah. Alice just assumes the memory has returned. Yep. Alphina's thinking about the prisoner exchange. Team Tsuyu has gone unrecognized thus far, but Kami help us if someone catches a clear view of her face. Responsibility for disappearance from all this lies with me, but I would ask for your aid nonetheless. We're at your service, blah, blah, blah. Go find the lady. Okay, I'm going to the Yakuza. We're gonna divide and conquer. And they just kicked me out right here. That's nice of them. Oh, I thought they wanted us to go here. Oh, they do want us to go here. I just didn't see the circle. Bro, are you blind? Hello, Gyotai. Hello, Gyofu. Hello, Gyo-san. Hello, Gyo-A. All the people I won't be meeting. Yeah, if I get to Society Quest, I would have done so much on this character. Yes. Pale-skinned women. I've seen no such travel, I'm sorry to say. Most sorry. Scaly-skinned Namazu, on the other hand, we have in abundance. Someone outside and someone inside. It's Gyoku. Where's Gyo Vegeta? Anyway. Found on the back from a fishing trip. She just crossed the shallows east of here. Is headed in a northeasterly direction. Skies, Midgar Summer. Oh, maybe we'll fight here. Show me a purple circle. Nope, destination. Damn it. I might not actually fight this entire stream. Oh, hang on. There is yet hope for violence. Ah. One purple circle, please. Still no sign. Oh, we got a slow one. Here comes the cutscene. Oh, never mind. Nowhere to be seen, but lying on the ground, short distance to the northeast by a familiar-looking wide-brimmed hat. Oh, we're gonna hand in a quest with a bamboo hat. Fancy. Cursory glance is all that's required to confirm your suspicions. It is the same hat Yotsuyu was wearing when you found her in Sakazuki. Cha. Before you ask, our search of Kusakari and its surroundings has yielded exactly naught, save this chance reunion with you, I suppose. Mr. Talise has gone to his sister brother to Castrum. It was she who informed me of the situation. I joined Lord Hien shortly after. Look at the hat on the ground. Towards Namai, by the kami the villagers recognize her. It will not end well. We must hurry. Ooh, that was a slow run. You don't get a slow run. I want to jog. Look at that.
Greetings. Might I have one of your... Wait! Please! I only wanted a persimmon.
Get her. Get her. Bag her.
Kami, save us! Her spirit has returned!
She's back from the dead to seek her revenge!
They caught Alice off camera to yell the line. This is as much emoting as you could do with the Lupin rig. Go get him. Go get him. Oh no.
Can't be. She couldn't have survived.
No, you found the important NPC. You're doomed. Doomed, I say.
What did I do?
As if you don't know!
Good people of Namai, be at ease, I pray you. You have naught to fear.
My lord, forgive me, but what is that monster doing here? They told us she was dead.
I too was surprised to learn of her survival. More even than you, I would hazard. 'Twas I who cut her down, I who left her to her fate. But it would seem the kami had other plans. By some miracle, both she and Gosetsu were spared when the keep collapsed, though Yotsuyu's preservation came at the cost of her memory.
You're saying she's forgotten? Forgotten everything she's done?
Lies! Lies, my lord! She would say anything to escape punishment!
The Lupin just continues to have the shocked expression on his face. Incapable of other emotions.
forgotten her crimes, and we demand justice! I beg of you, Lord Hien, draw your blade and rid us of this canker!
What I saw then, it's all true. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
You're sorry? And what? We're supposed to forgive you?
Here, there's no need to cry. Can't you see how scared she is? How can you be scared of her? She's not the same.
Gone from scared to confused. It may look identical, but I swear the emotions are different.
Until such time as her memories return, this woman shall be known as Tsuyu, and treated as a citizen of Doma. I will, however, see that she is watched at all times. Rest assured that there will be no more unannounced visits to the village. As your lord, I ask that you leave her fate in my hands, and suffer her to live, for now.
Please, Issei.
All right. I'll keep my peace.
We can fix her, guys.
As long as you're happy, that's all that matters.
Show's over, go home. Oh. Money. Oh, where are we going? Oh, they're just dragging us into town. Yeah, that makes sense. All this over Persimmon. I failed to consider how she might endanger herself. Knowing she has the mind of a child, I should have continued my vigilance, not relaxed it. It's fine, you get it. Yotsuyu, just clueless. All the Lupin are gone, so who cares? That would have been better avoided, but at least it did not end in bloodshed, and judging by Tsuyu's reactions, he remains oblivious to the events of her former life. This was no escape attempt. Nay, it seems it was an offhand request of Gosetsu's which brought her to Namai. She came in search of a persimmon. Huh, they say that fruit is good for the health. I do hope Gosetsu finds the taste to his liking. Well, we certainly have taken a long way around, but let us continue on to Castorum Fulminum and meeting with the ambassador. Off we go. Drag her. Drag her. Alright, we're safe. So fly over on my company as your chocobo. So they do build this very well. That they're like, oh, it's leaking back in, but it's not all there yet. And you're thinking, maybe she, and because it's this game, you're like, oh, how's she gonna redeem herself? How are they gonna dig her out of this hole she's in? And in the back of your mind, you're just like, there's no way this works. Something's gonna happen. Something's gonna go wrong. But you're just not sure. You're not sure how the cookie's gonna crumble yet. It's fun intrigue. Yes. Lord Hien informs of the uproar. Thank the 12 you found her when you did. I dare not think what would happen if you do not. She would have been dead. Sure, Yotsuyu had fled, but it seems her memory hadn't returned after all. And the next cutscene, we flew across the zone for a new cutscene. It is a... Oh, there it is. It's the shithead. It's Lord Poopimus Maximus himself.
What a pleasure it is to see you once more, Lord Hien. Not to mention my dear sister.
Oh my god, that voice.
A pleasure to see you too, Ambassador. Forgive us our late arrival. You have our people aboard the airship?
Exactly as agreed. We would leave you in no doubt as to the purity of our intentions. I dare say it was the self-same spirit of cooperation which prompted you to bring Yotsuyu here today.
Indeed. Before excluding her from the exchange, I thought it only fair that you see her condition for yourself. Physically, she is in fine health, but her mind is unchanged.
So I see. But all need not necessarily be lost. In anticipation of this tragic turn of events, I took the liberty of inviting some special guests.
Asahi, what's in the crates?
Ah, Yotsuyu. You look, well.
The good music choice for this scene.
Of all the people.
Is something wrong, dear sister? These are our beloved parents. Does not the sight of them bring back sweet childhood memories?
There's Asahi. There he is, the snake. Ah, what a good character.
Gosetsu. I have to take this to Gosetsu.
It would seem my little surprise was not sufficient. You needn't glare at me so, Lord Hien. I merely did what any loving son would do for his family. Lest you doubt, I am content to leave the acting viceroy in your care. Pray, treat her as you would any daughter of Dorma.
What's in the crates?
Do not grow too fond of this place, dear sister. You will come back to us ere long.
We continue with the exchange as planned then.
Very good. The structure across the river should serve our needs. We shall await you there with the conscripts. If you would bring your captives.
Agreed. Until then, Ambassador.
Eastern bow, very nice. What's in the crates? I knew better than to trust Asahi, but that was a dirty trick. Still unpleasant as it was, we have at least put the matter of Tsuyu's future to the rest. I have sent her back to the Enclave with you, Giri, to give Gosetsu his precious persimmon. Let us follow them. Give that look, Alfinold. What is it? Oh, nothing of consequence. Most like we could discuss it upon our return. Oh, one return later. Oh, they just dragged us in here. Well, Tsuyu is to become an official Doman citizen, but what then? Will they keep her hidden here forever, or might she one day be allowed to walk amongst her countrymen? So it would seem there would be one less prisoner at the exchange. I only hope Yotsuyu's presence here will not present further problems. Inevitable. Pay a visit to Gosetsu and reassure him about Tsuyu's fate. He will want to know that the Empire has finally relinquished its claim on her.
Gosetsu, are you awake?
More cutscenes.
My lord, come in, come in.
So, this is an example of a broken series of cutscenes that are being played in sequence. And the cutscenes themselves are like they're like 5 to 10 minutes, basically, so that if you've got to go, you're not chained. We do then have these situations where you sort of just like cutscene and then fly halfway across the zone for another cutscene. You sort of just like, can you just put me in a boat, just get me there yourself. But then this again lets you control the speed and the pace, and you know, maybe your friends come on right now and they want you to run a fade or something. It would be interesting if they had some sort of just put me on rails button. I mean, I'd never have a need for it after this, but you know, thoughts.
When Tsuyu returned, her eyes were red from weeping. She spoke not a word, simply sat and peeled some fruit she'd brought for me. She then claimed weariness and retired to her chamber. Tell me, what happened to upset her so?
The ambassador arranged a surprise reunion with her foster parents. A misguided attempt to restore Yotsuyu to her senses.
Lotus position. I don't know how people do it.
It was plain their presence caused her great distress, but she seemed otherwise unaffected.
Yotsuyu was mistreated as a child, was she not? It was a cruel trick to use her tormentors like that, knowing the pain it could cause.
I like this Asahi less and less.
Yeah. To be fair, I'm like balsa wood. just stiff and useless.
Be that as it may, he has agreed to allow Yotsuyu to remain with us.
Actually, isn't balsa wood bendable? I don't know.
Our primary concern now is to hand over the prisoners without incident and bring our people safely home.
What's a type of wood that's like snaps at any provocation? Whatever. I'm that wood. I'm from the stupid tree.
There was one other detail at the meeting which caught my attention. I assume you all noticed the rather suspect crates within the castrum. The Imperials were quick to retrieve them afterwards, but I wonder...
Yeah, it wouldn't be balsa wood then. Like, the whatever wood they make popsicle sticks out of. That's me. I'm a used popsicle stick. I kind of want ice cream now, though. I had it on the mind. It was like the first. It's like a real hot day today, and I didn't. It's been like cold and garbage weather forever. So I'm fresh out of my stores of frozen treats. Anyway, maybe get some fudgicles next weekend.
Out with it, brother. You fear they might contain bombs or war machines?
If the ambassador wanted me dead, he has had ample opportunity. No, assassination is not his intent, but we should be on our guard for other acts of treachery.
Treachery.
My lord, forgive me, but the Lady Yotsuyu, she's gone.
Again?
Gone?
I beg your pardons, my lords. I was certain she'd fallen asleep.
Typically made from birch. I am a birch tree. Hang on, I gotta write this down. I'm gonna make this a meme. This is very important. I'm sorry, I gotta stop the stream. I'll write myself a note. You are a birch tree. There, done. I'm gonna forget this entire conversation, just be confused later. It'll be great. I'm looking forward to it.
No, the responsibility is mine. 'Twas I who gave her a room instead of a cell. She may simply have wandered outside. We will organize search parties. Might I call upon your assistance?
Regular nod. Birch also doesn't have much taste. Perfect! I'm nothing if not tasteless. And basic.
Help!
Weird moonwalking.
Help! Help me!
If only I hadn't remembered. He should hate me. But I will not suffer his kindness. Not after what I did to him.
Who's there?
Oh, it's you. What are you doing out here in the dark?
This is the Enclave, is it? When the soldiers dragged us back to Doma, you were the last person I expected to see.
You're the bane of our existence, Yotsuyu! A font of misery! You couldn't even do us the simple courtesy of dying, could you? Oh, no. You had to live and taint us with the shame of your failure. We had a perfect life in the capital, and now they're making us wallow in this muddy ruin like common swine. I don't deserve this.
Now, dear, that'll do. There seems little point in berating the girl when she scarcely remembers her own name. Our time would be better spent contemplating how we're to survive this unhappy predicament. You've kept your looks at least. I suspect you'd fetch a handsome price with the right buyer. Maybe enough to get us to Kugane and start a new business.
Ah, my beloved parents. No sooner do I wake from gentle slumber than the world returns in all its cruelty. Yes, this is how it always was. How it was meant to be.
Welcome back.
Very well. If I cannot escape my nature, then I shall embrace it. To the very depths I have sunk, my soul steeped in spite and rotten to the core. The self-righteous hide behind justice, but I need no such mask. Father, Mother, was it not you who made me into this monster? Who taught me the truth of this miserable world? For years I knew naught but the taste of pain and humiliation. But the time has come to savor my vengeance against Doma. Against all my enemies. And it begins with you!
Yotsuyu! What?
Well done, dear sister. Did I not say you would come back to us?
Brother dearest, what a surprise. You always were a cold-blooded little worm. I doubt you thought twice about sending our parents to their deaths.
Your dagger yet drips with their blood, and you presume to judge me? To be frank, I didn't think you had the strength to slay them so cleanly. A single thrust each. I'm impressed.
Oh, God. Ugh. I'll let this scene play out, and then I'll react to it.
You can't be satisfied with murdering a pair of doddering elders. You yearn for a deeper vengeance, and the power to see it through.
A weird stutter there.
Please. I don't want to die.
Asahi's father dies.
Any sign
Okay,
of her?
so this scene, like, one of the best in the entire game. I'm also sort of just like, fine, we can keep Yotsuyu. Fine. Also, I'm going to complain about this when we get to Titania as well. The people who do this game know how to do horror and unsettling things very well, but they almost never do it. And I want a whole ass proper sequence. It's like you get the free samples of something that they're handing out at the food court, and you're like, damn, this is good. And then like the store immediately closes. And it's like, no, I want to order this thing you saved me. Just like, nope, sorry, we're not selling food anymore. Duh. You want it, but yeah, you just get the answer to the question right up front. And then here comes Asahi, and you're like, oh, this was your deal the whole time, wasn't it? Just so satisfying. Line after good line. So now from here, it's just things. The boulder has been pushed downhill, and all we could do is watch as it careens towards the house at the bottom of the hill. It's so good.
I knew what would happen if she recovered, and still, I did nothing. You say she left with her brother?
But yeah, it would have been nice if Yotsuyu shanked him here and now. But I suppose there's a silver lining to this.
Whatever he wants with her, he was willing to pay for it with his parents' lives. But this is neither the time nor the place. We must gather the others.
We're back. Oh, sorry. I was standing on Yugiri for a second there. So Asahi got his way in the end at an unspeakable price. He really is a vile little worm, isn't he? That's what she said. That's what Tsuyu said. Vile little worm. Tsuyu has returned to the bosom of the Empire after all. I cannot say I'm surprised, but I struggle to fathom is Asahi's aim in all this. I'll stay tuned. Yotsuyu hid her recovery well. I had no inkling that her memory had returned. I keep asking myself when it could have happened. At the meeting with her parents, perhaps? Then why should she... Nay, there is naught to be gained from such conjecture. Everybody's caught off. We recovered Nereus's... whatever. We recovered their remains and will hold the cremation anon. God, I lost the ability to speak. It's fine. I'm only doing a stream with a lot of reading. I don't need to talk, right? I broke the news to Gosetsu myself. He was quiet. I think it best that he be allowed some time alone with his thoughts. What do we get? Oh, we're getting infusions! Oh, it's adorable. 30-second potions. We use this potions in casual content. Was that something that you needed back in the day? Like, did you legitimately, like, oh, hang on, I gotta bring my potions to the current MSQ? Are they sort of just, like, handing these to you to be like, by the way, these exist? I'm thinking it's more the latter. Alright. So, my friends, that which we feared has come to pass. Yotsuyu has regained her memory and returned to the Imperial fold. But it is, by any measure, a cruel twist, not least for Gosetsu, but one which does not invalidate our agreement. According to the terms of the contract, we were bound to surrender Yotsuyu into Garlean's hands should her condition improve prior to the hour of the exchange. By that reckoning, all is, if not as it should be, then as it must be. That I can accept. What I cannot accept are the unconscionable lengths to which Asahi went to achieve this outcome. Given his recent conduct, his apparent admiration for Xenos, it is plain he cannot be trusted. And that is to say nothing of the unexplained containers he insists on bringing to our meetings. Whatever the ambassador is planning, it is unlikely our negotiations will end peacefully. In the event of hostilities, the safety of the conscripts must be our first concern. As such, I would have an escape route in place before the meeting begins. A wise precaution. The main structure of Castrum Fulmur is to be the stage of the exchange. I believe a thorough inspection is in order. The citadel stood empty since Imperial withdrawal, while we took steps to ensure that it could not be defended by an occupying force, it is entirely possible that the ambassador has arranged things there to his advantage. I will slip inside to make certain we have an unobstructed exit for everybody except the Warrior of Light and 7 of her friends. All right, he's going to. All right. Still his ship to ferry to Constance back to the Enclave. Even with every skiff we have, it would take several trips. Confederate Sekibune, on the other hand, would require only a single run and leave us far less vulnerable on the water, assuming, of course, Rasho could be convinced to part with one. All right. I suppose not. I think you're hoping to join Yugiri and Alfino on their skulking mission. Certainly you would make a persuasive pair, but I think I'll accompany you to these negotiations all the same. Alright. Confederates are common brigands. No, we're fine. They're good people because Empire bad. You're gonna talk to Rasho again. And we should be on our way to Onokoro. Time is short and Rasho may take some convincing. Convince him, brother! What is this? No, go away. I'm streaming. I'm streaming. You can't make me. They tried. They couldn't make me. Oh, Onokoro. All right. Teleport time. All right. If you're going to the Ruby Sea and you don't know which of the hell these two mean because they're gibberish words to you, Tamamizu is for turtles, and Onokoro is for over the water. Congratulations, you now have my secret. It would have been hilarious if I teleported there. It was in the next to the Kojin. I would have had to stop the stream immediately, out of shame. It worked though. Well, there's a face I did not expect to see. What brings the noble Lord of Doma into the company of bilge rats such as we? Come to offer Doma... Oh, crap. Fine subject you would make. With your fleet at our disposal, our restoration efforts would be hastened tenfold. Let us speak seriously. I stand before you not to demand your fealty, but to request your aid once more. Ian spins a yarn. Happy you're confused. Doma's liberation was but a means to an end. We aided you only to save ourselves. Now we have no such incentive. We have sworn no oath to you and will not come running like hounds at the master's whistle. I don't want to see how Tamamizu is written out. Oh, meaning maybe some... there it is in chat. That's how it's written out. There could be some kanji trick. If that's what you're talking about. They love doing kanji tricks. Some of my... Yeah, Mizu is indeed water. I know, like, they have, like, there are different symbols that have overlap in what they mean, but then they have different context for how to use them. There could be something there. But I just know the trick because for the longest time I couldn't. Tama equals spirit. Spirit water. That's sort of what the Kojin are about, I guess. You do prayers to the kami. Jewel or ball. That also... Jewel of the water. That makes sense. Yep, we've done it. We've done it. We've come together as a community and figured it out. or literally a ball. It's a water ball. You're not wrong. You're in those domes. I am now calling Tamamizu water ball. I gotta write this one down too. This is a good day for writing stuff down. In a minute. I'm also not gonna give myself any context on this. And now the commitment to this bit is gonna be me remembering this, and then if I ever go back to this place, I have to call it water ball without any context. I don't know if I'll ever come back here at an MSQ. And if I do, it's gonna be like so far in the future. Like it's gonna be literally years when I'm doing the Four Lords stuff. And I'm like, oh, it's time to teleport the water ball. And everybody's like, what? That's not the name of the place. And I'm like, oh, well, yes it is. I look forward to it. What do you think, 2028? I'll be doing nonsense? Things to look forward to. Anyway, Rasho's complaining. And that presumed Chuchu is thus come to petition your cooperation as an ally of equal standing. Ooh, Onokoro. Around the axe. Interesting. Well, it's where the Confederates are. It's also where Heaven on High is. That matters. It's on a shore. The Ruby Sea. Potentially. Equal standing seems a bit lopsided. Where's the profit for us in all this? Profit. Must you always think in such short-sighted terms? Have you ever heard of doing the right thing? Ali say you're wasting your breath. Ever heard of pirates, little mess? You'll find we're simple souls. You pay our tithe, you sail in peace. Deny us our due, and we take it by force. We'll pull you out of the water if we see you drowning, but we are not in the business of doing something for nothing. Calm yourself. We did not come here to moralize. You came here to talk. And there is more to be said. According to the records recovered after liberation, relatives of your Doman-born brethren are among those conscripted into the Imperial Army. As you may be aware, we recently negotiated the return of said conscripts. Many, alas, will arrive to find no families waiting for them, no homes to grant them shelter. I would ask that you offer them a place in the Confederacy. You would not be rescuing strangers, but welcoming brothers and sisters into your ranks. And has not the Confederacy been in need of new recruits? Seem well informed of our affairs, Lord Hien. The losses we suffered at the Garlean's hands are no secret, but since we drove them out of Doma, the Ruby Sea has come alive with traders and travelers. So many vessels to tax, so few pirates to tax them. We could do with some more hands on deck, and doubly so if they're familiar with the inner workings of the Empire. Ooh, Onogoro Island. Alright, they agreed to the request. Hang on a minute. It's a reference. Fine couple. Interesting. Ah, they built a palace on top of the great column in the middle. Interesting. Yep. Yep. Cheeky bastards. This is something that 14 is really good at, though. They will pull deep-ass references. This is why I like stuff like this. Yeah, dude, it is. We were, Big Daddy and I were pontificating about, some of the, Alexandrite. So, like, some of the ores and some of the, no, wait, it was it like one of the descriptors for the gear or something? Onokoro could also translate to my axe. And my axe. There was something about hang on, I'm gonna look this up. There was some prefix to some of the either the crafted gear or the tombstone gear. And it was some weird ass phrase. Like meaning something is either there's a bigger story behind it or it's just really funny. Or it's just really funny. Water ball. Hey, now I gotta look this up. Ronzo, Rasho, you can sort of hang out for a minute. No, this was earlier than that. Oh, not this crap. Hang on, it'll be a while. He may get there before me. No. No, not this. Not this. I'm getting there. I'm getting it. I'm scrolling. I'm scrolling as fast as I can, guys. Don't worry. Or it might have been Origenics. Why is this not just here? Oh, maybe it's not even one of the ores or something like that. I'm not finding it in the gear list. Yep. It might have been Origenics because they dug into some real lore on like what is like, and there's a word that says like in reference to Alexandria. They go deep, guys. They go deep. That's where I'm going with this. I think it was probably Origenics. I'm just gonna. I gotta get to the freaking. I gotta get to the freaking boss fight so that I can spend the entire next week queuing. So, but yeah. This is one of the things they do their research. They've got a team of people that just hit the wikis. They hit the wikis. They go to encyclopedias. They get those sources so that things are connected. It's impressive. It's quite frankly a lot more work than they probably need to put in, but they're like, this is important. Anyway. Alright, this will have in mind is damage during the battle with the Empire, that we have mended her. She is yet to be declared seaworthy. You sound enough down below, but then when you load her up with conscripts and the waterline rises, those upper planks had best be free of cracks. Yes, Origenics is a reference to any early Christian writer from the real... Oh my god, that got us down that deep rabbit hole. Oh my goodness, yes. Yes. So back in the day, before they had anime to fight about, everybody fought about Christian lore and other religious things. And yeah, this Origenic stuff, if you dig into it, is like there's a guy, like they would talk about, oh no, this is what the soul's made out of. And then there's another guy who's just like, no, this is what the soul's made out of. And then the church comes over and says, you're both wrong. Say you're sorry or we're executing you for heresy. It is just bonkers. Which goes into a whole other tirade about how humanity has not changed. It's just everything around humanity has been changing for the last, I don't know, 50,000 years. Evolution's not that fast. Anyway. More. Some days I wake up, I'm like, I need more like 1300s weeb fights. Yeah, there's some guy whose last name is Pius who is just throwing down some other guy's name who's also like some Latin name, and they are just at each other's throats about the most obscure things involving the Holy Spirit. It's hilarious. It's hilarious. It's all out there. Anyway. What was I doing? Oh, right. Rasho wants us to go look at his ship. We gotta go look at 3 cracks in the ship. I remember this quest now. Alright. We're gonna go look at his ship. Alright. And I thought I had a lack for parlaying with pirates. For the record, my previous attempt was an unmitigated success, and yes, I should have quit while I was ahead. Ian is and always will be a G. Oh, well, I thought the rumors exaggerated, but the young lord lives up to his reputation. Yes. I'll believe that. You're sorry. I'm sorry. All right, get out of here. Oh, really? Wait. Ah, wrong ship. Since when have you guys had 2 ships? That's not fair. We only have to inspect the hull twice. Oh. Spot a small crack in one of the planks. Da da da! Oh, this is a longer inspection. No signs of damage. Aha! This took me forever when I did this originally, because I was running around up here looking for crap, and I'd forgotten that you could swim in this game. So this time around, I'm like, it's the water! Get in the water! Get in the water! I got this done in like 20 seconds. It feels much better. I'm a shipwrighter. Apprentice shipwright. You find anything that might need attention? There's a crack. Port side near the bow. You say, all right, I'll have a look and see. You have lag behind. It can float in that gentle sea all day. Otherwise, happy to report no visible cracking or holes in my section. Lord Hien, haven't sent you to inspect the hull? Kami have mercy. Forgive this discourtesy. In fact, I rather enjoyed it. I take you to our off Doma. I smile. The Imperials took my father away after the uprising, and I had nowhere else to turn. The Confederacy became my family. Someone told me they're releasing the conscripts now. Maybe my father will be among them. Not that I can go back. There's no leaving once you've joined. As she said, rather. It's Rasho. Ronzo. Found a small crack in the port side, but I'll have it fixed. You've met the boy. Did he tell you his story? He babbles when he is nervous. Should his father be among the conscripts as he hopes? I mean to give him the choice to leave this life. If he so chooses, I expect you to see they are provided for. I heard that those who join the Confederacy forswear all ties with kin and homeland. Is this an oath so easily put aside? If I allow it. Rasho, just the power answer. I see in him the lad I was 25 years ago. You say the words, you mean them. But the yearning for home still lingers. Our family is long dead, and I know this life is my lot. But he has scarce dipped his toes with us. If there's a life for Mendoma, he should have the chance to live it. What a nice guy. The Empire's conquests have uprooted many and more. Be it in Yangsha or out here in the Ruby Sea, we have a duty to ensure that Ihanashi and others like him are free to dwell where they desire. The matter is settled. I will make preparations. The matter is settled. Well, back to the Enclave. We looked at the ship. Oh, not that one. This one. Hey there. As former soldier of the Empire, I have been chosen to oversee the handover of our Imperial soldiers. Also because I am tall and awesome. I'm so occupied I must ask that you provide steadfast support for Lord Heath. He is all business, isn't he? Found the Cashram's tower unoccupied and betraying no signs of recent activity. Only shadows and echoes awaited us there. Alfino seemed oddly reluctant to linger. I saw naught to concern us. Cashram is deserted, quite deserted. Simple matter, the plot the surest path out. It was not haunted. Da-da-da. You got spooked. Scouted the structure, determined the swiftest path to safety. In the event of hostilities, we will lead the conscripts outside with all possible haste. From there, the Confederacy has pledged to ship the ferries across the One River. Now we have but to attend the exchange and pray to the kami. These precautions run it. This is going a lot faster than I thought it would. Yeah. I don't know why I thought this would take the whole 2 hours. Well, to be fair, we're nearly an hour and a half in. So, I was only off by a half hour. Damn, I may actually fight this lady today. I didn't expect, well, I say that, and then I'm going to be spending the rest of the stream in a queue that will never pop. It's fine. We arrived at the appointed hour, leaving us free to rendezvous with our Confederate allies. The glittering nation. Da 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 da. It's yeah. Leave the key in, Khan. Come, Midgar Stormer. It's time for drama. Da da da. Have my company issue chocobo. It's Bifang. It's not how you say that. Meeting him on the ship? Oh no, we're just seeing the ship out on the water. Yes, thank you for thank you for suffering my babbles and random nonsense. There's some hint, yes. Ta-da. It actually throws us. We cannot let the monster have his way. I wish that was true. Tower rather spoils the view across the river, does it not? I concede we might perhaps have chosen a less ominous place to conduct the exchange. Merely concerned is the safe return of our people. That is what my lord wishes, and that is what shall be done. Powerful. Don't worry about the ship. It will be where it needs to be, and with Tensui at the helm. Oh, that is good news, actually. What lies ahead, lest there be any confusion, though. The tower across the water is to be the scene of the exchange. That and whatever else Asahi has planned. Regardless of the ambassador's intentions, we will bring our people home. You are to evacuate the conscripts at the first sign of trouble. It's my lord. Alright. It's a trap, but we have no choice. We're going in. I love the Confederate bass track.
At last, the hour has come. The conclusion to these negotiations will mark a new beginning for Dorma and the Empire. A first step on the road to peaceful coexistence.
Indeed. We are ready to proceed with the exchange when you are. Forgive my curiosity, Ambassador, but is there a purpose to these containers you bring with you?
Oh, the supply crates. They are filled with materials we hoped might be of use in Dorma's restoration. I meant to gift them to you at our last meeting, but we had so much else to discuss.
How very generous. I confess I had not expected such compassion, welcome though it is. But then I was also surprised by the news that one of our captives had delivered herself into your custody ahead of time. A minor discrepancy I shall overlook in the spirit of the occasion.
Are you perhaps referring to me, Lord Hien?
Yotsuyu.
Orphan of the Nairi, widow of Sashihai, and acting Viceroy of Dorma! You and your people are mine to govern, mine to punish!
Well, well. It would seem your shattered mind is mended. As per our agreement with the Ambassador, you are free to return with him to the Empire. Your authority as acting Viceroy, however, is no longer recognized here.
My position is not for you to decide, little lordling. All who resist the rule of the Empire must be purged. Such was the order given to me by Lord Xenos himself. I will reign here in this putrid, pestilent swamp until the last of you has been broken. This land shall know no dawn. I will spew forth darkness and drown all in eternal night. And high above you I shall shine, uncaring, cold and distant as the moon!
What has she done?
Oh gods, this is a summoning.
A Dorman citizen has called forth an icon in direct violation of our primary agreement. The negotiations have failed. Abandon the captives and make preparations to withdraw.
Ah, the worm. Ah, the whole sequence. Ah, it's so good.
But Ambassador!
Disobey me, Pilus, and you disobey the Emperor. Make preparations to withdraw! Now!
As you command.
Okay, Maxima, we'll get you back. I know, he's such a bastard.
My lord, you must fall back!
You ask me to run?
A strategic withdrawal.
Spare my pride, would you? I know this foe is beyond me. The field is yours.
I can only imagine him giggling like a child. It's so... The sheer variety of bad guys in this game is good. It's something I take notes on for my own personal ends. But he's a good bad guy. He's just such a bastard that you hate him.
We will withdraw, but not without our countrymen. I want every soul accounted for. Every soul.
My lord.
Also, once again, I am bringing the, I'm doing this on purpose.
I knew you would not flee.
Oh, hang on.
I see now the strength which flows from that baleful light of yours. But I have become Tsukuyomi, goddess of the moon and divinity of night. What power can compare to such celestial majesty? I shall plunge all I despise into darkness. And within that black abyss, even your light shall flicker and fail. Come, let us cast the stalks and look upon the fate of dawn. I see a future in which the sun sets on this wretched land. Once and for all!
Bong. So yes, I am once again bringing the katana of the boss into the first time I'm fighting. I did that with Ravana, and now I'm doing it with Tsukuyomi. I don't know if I'm pretty sure I'm going to get to 80 before I get to Titania, but I'm going to do it to her too. I still have to figure out my 90 katana. Actually, I think I have it figured out. Anyway, I should be... Oh, if I'm going to be rambling, I should be doing this while doing this. Astrum fluoride. Anyway, 20 minutes, not bad. Let me actually get this done today. Damn, I'm just tearing this up. I thought I would spend the entire stream getting to this point, and then spend the entire next stream just waiting for the queue. I mean, we'll see. Well, we're gonna see that 20 minutes turn into over 30 probably, but yeah. I think this is probably one of the coolest 70 weapon sets. The four lords though, depending on what energy you're going for, Seiryu, Suzaku, like some of the Seiryu stuff has some like really cool like seals and stuff going on. The Byakko inkblots too cannot be underestimated. I think the monk fists, particularly on Byakko, are just absolutely baller. But the deciding factor also was the idea of this being a moon sword and the power of the moon, lunar power. It's, you know, Viola. I kind of had that revelation, and then sort of the problem solved itself, which is also why I'm picking Titania for the level 80 sword because of its Fey power. Anyway. Then for 90, just pick whatever the hell I want. What do we got 90? Well, there's mom, I guess. No, the 20 minutes is foreplay. That will likely change after 20 minutes. We'll find out. Going through it. Zodiac doesn't have any I don't think Endsinger's weapons are amazing. We don't have any of the Fiend's weapons yet. I mean, you can get the weapons, but not like the ones with the cool effects. Well, I gotta get through all Shadowbringers first. That'll be a long chunk of time. Yeah, Heidelin's the only one with the gloves right now. So that might make the decision for me. But again, we'll see what happens because I gotta get through all Shadowbringers. I say get through as if it's not gonna be one of the main reasons I'm doing this crap to begin with. But like for swords, and then I have I found a sword that is about as close as you can get to what Cheshire actually looks like in 14. And so that's going to be the 100 sword. It sort of comes full circle, and then she's just in full cosplay. That's my plans. Plans for glamour. I'm still going through back and forth in my head though when it comes to the glasses. You can tell I'm just stalling for time here. Because right now I have the glasses as a headpiece. Because I think actually when I started this out, those glasses, the faces we are the spectacle fashion accessories ones, I don't think they existed when I started her up, or at least these specifically didn't exist as a set, but I think they do now. I also think they're like $1 million, which on my main is like pocket change, not really a big deal, but it's sort of an investment. Really, I'm thinking about like every once in a while there'll be the scenes where you take your helmets off, like if like there was a scene when you went to see Thornton that she took the glasses off because you have to have no helm on, or like whenever you wake up from getting your ass kicked and you're in bed and they take your helmet off. It's like those are the scenes where she like won't be wearing glasses, and I'm trying to decide whether it's gonna be cooler if she's just wearing glasses at all times no matter what, or if she does take them off for those no helm moments. I'm still deliberating on that in my head. I think well, just for simplicity's sake, I think I'm just gonna stick with it now because it is funny that sometimes you see her without her glasses on. She's just like, oh, you caught her without her glasses. She must be groggy. I think that's gonna be funnier than just having the glasses on all the time. Also, what happens like 95% of the game, they don't mess with your headgear. Oh, actually, that being said, that means he's gonna take her glasses off when you put on the Crystarium gear. Hilariously. I still don't think they fixed that helmet. So, yeah. I'll go incognito. Nobody's gonna know who I am because I can't see. Actually, that is funny. I'm having a giggle about it just thinking about it now, so we're just doing that. I made a decision. I might change my mind later, but I don't know. That'll be fine. And I think the rest of the outfit's just gonna stay the same. I might change the gloves. There are some slightly cooler fingerless gloves at higher levels. There's also, I think there's a like a more modern cool set that you can get from PvP. At the farm PvP though, ugh. No, actually, it wouldn't be that long. Because I think the specific gloves I'm looking for are trophy crystals, and so you only need like, what, 2-3 front lines, and you have enough trophy crystals to buy gloves? That's actually really easy. But I think these are fine. They get the job done. You can't really tell that they're not leather at a glance. You just look at them and you're like, oh, black gloves. You have a just good choice of fingerless gloves in this game though. The real big thing is the hair, but I don't think I'm gonna get a faux hawk in this game. On a Hrothgal, anyway. I don't think there's a faux hawk at all, anyway. They've not done that yet. Whatever. Well, let's see. Doing this queue. Roga didn't have a faux hawk? Son of a bitch. Roga didn't have everything. Can you blame them? Roga didn't deserve everything. Yeah, I'm gonna look this up now. Hang on a minute. Hang on a minute. There it is. Let's see. Oh, these are unlockable hairstyles. No, I don't want Thancred's hair. Is it one of like their racial haircuts? Scanning. Hang on. I don't think this. Oh, hang on a minute. Oh, this is a better page. It's got all of it. Including the weird-ass emo hair from 7.25. Oh god, I cannot take that hairstyle seriously. What's that? Alright, here we go. No, enhance. Damn, we're gonna get a lot of hair. I could also be bald as Rogadin, which I guess makes sense. Well, whatever. I don't have it as a Femroth. Yeah, and if it's male rogue exclusive, I don't know if I ever will. There are a few hairstyles that they just like you and only you get it. It's fine. It would probably be at this point, outside of just swapping swords out, the only real change that I would make to the Clamor. Outside of the aforementioned gloves, but it's not bothered me. I'm just looking at them just like, I know that they're not the best looking gloves, but they're still good looking, and if you color them black, you're not gonna notice anything else. That's probably just what we're gonna go with. Oh, why are you facing over there? No, just put the controller. That's fine. Anyway. Oh, I should go on that. What do I get? Oh no, I have to do the frickin' Gyoten swap because I don't. That's fine. Doing content as level 72 cannot come fast enough. I was thinking about it. After this, it's the burn, it's the Gimlet Dark, and then and that's it for Q content. Gimlet Dark will be fun. Yeah. Headband. Yeah. Yeah, and then once we get into Shadowbringers, I'm actually curious how much the XP gain's gonna ratchet up once I'm in there. So the gear I have now is 70? Yes. I think probably going all the way to Holminster Switch before it matters. But Holminster Switch is like 71? 72? Titania 70. Well, Titania is shortly after Holminster Switch. Freeze. It's gonna be. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna get to 80 before that matters, but I'm curious now. I think I might run into it sometime in Endwalker. I might get close enough. I remain fascinated by this XP. Oh, if Home Minister Switch is 71, then I'm not gonna have to worry about gear. And then Home Minister Switch will probably get me to 80. Yeah, we're good. We're fine. Huh. Probably looking at making the katana. It's a 90 gear though. I don't have to worry. I'm worried about 80 gear. Worry about your 80 gear first, you fool. Worry about the 80 gear. Shouldn't be that hard to get 80 from. Yeah, I mean, it'll all be easy farm stuff. If it's 80, you just auto-complete all of it too, which is going to be super nice. Actually, 90 will be auto-complete. It'll all be fine. Then I get to 100, and then I don't have to worry about gear ever again. Because I'm just going to get whatever is current-ish content gear. I think, like, even if I get, like, 7.0 craft, like just level 100 crafted gear, 7.0, you're just done. You're set. Well, I may once we get closer, I'll start playing the market a little bit. Because if you go after gear that's like about a patch away, it'll be dirt cheap. But if you wait too long, the prices will actually start hiking back up, because then people are buying it for glamours and not for gear, and then it's worth more. Also because people aren't really making it anymore. So I think I'll be looking for that valley. Just sort of dipping right into it. I mean, even the freaking, I should check the prices for a chuckle. Find out. Yes, fine. No, not that. You. Valley of the new patch gear 1 week after the patch. Oh, that hurts. Where's the lie? It's ceremonials. Crap, I'm looking for. Let's find out. It's 100K! Oh my god! 7.2 gears, 100K! What is wrong with people? God. Yeah. I could nail her modern gear for like 1,000,000 gil. Oh, these people are so dumb. They do need to fix this market. Oh my gosh. Oh, there's a little spike. These people are stupid. Okay, yeah, I am not worried. Yeah, if you catch it, like, we'll be... God, I don't know. Will we be in the next expansion by the time I get to the end of Dawn Trail? Maybe. I am now officially no longer worried about getting her up-to-date gear. So actually, if we get into the next expansion, it's going to be even easier, because then you just make the level 100 crafted gear, and you call it a day, and that'll be as good as I am just so optimistic right now. It is a win-win-win situation. There is no losing in this. It's just either I buy yesterday's news, whenever that is, for dirt cheap, or I buy I buy the Morning Post in the evening, apparently for pennies on the dollar, or I wait just a little longer and I can just make that crap while leveling my crafters anyway. Man, clear skies and calm waters ahead for gear distribution. Yeah, Archeo Kingdom is the 710. That was the 7.0 crafted gear. And then 7.1 you could augment it to be 720. Yeah, some of the classes I don't play as that often are sitting on the 720, at least for the weapons, because you can gearing up the different class types for like the armors. It's usually worthwhile to get into the gear for that. But for all of the individual weapons, like you need 20 of those. So I will typically get the main gear first and then circle back to the weapons once everybody has their stuff. I haven't really been on the gear train that hard lately though, because even like 720 to 725 gear and you can do pretty much any of the content in this game comfortably. And then I'm slowly bumping people up to 740, and then we'll slowly be bumping them up to 750. This is the slow bump. All right, guys, we're coming up on it. One more minute, and then the queue is bound to go. Right? That's how this works. Nah, it's gonna go to 25 minutes. Fine. Again, we're way ahead of schedule. I thought this was gonna be the entire stream next week. Though to be fair, we will be in an awkward spot in about 25 minutes, when I may actually be queuing for too long and I gotta hang it up so that I can go do other things. It's a funny. Oh, almost went AFK there. I was like, wait, I haven't actually interacted with the game itself in a few minutes. It's fine. So yeah, but my gear track is over. I knew I didn't really have to worry about it. I just didn't really sit down and plan the logistics out of it. I was just sort of just like, oh yeah, when I get to max level, I'll just figure it out then. And so like I wasn't worried because I would be able to just buy or craft whatever I needed. But I didn't really sit down and be like, okay, how much is it going to be? How available are things going to be? How difficult is it going to be to get gear? And then I'm sort of just like, well, it doesn't need to be current, so maybe you can save a few dollars, but no, you can just get the 740 crap anyway for some bizarre reason. Hilarious. I am dealing with the weird scenario that I don't get a lot of tomestones because I'm not running a lot of stuff outside of patch content that gives you tomestones. And then also you can't buy tomestones for expansions that you haven't run yet. So like right now, I think I can start getting Skaven gear or getting Idleshire gear, but like I can't start stocking up like on Credendum gear or anything like that because I'm not there yet, or Cryptlurker gear. I think I've just been randomly buying fending nonsense whenever I cap my even at. Yeah, I'm nowhere near it. Yeah, I just look over every few months. I'm just like, oh wow, it's 1200. I guess I could buy something. All right, well, surprise, surprise. The time elapsed isn't true. Shocker. Hi, Snooty. I appreciate the ratio wave. I know what that meant. I appreciate it greatly. It's fine. It is a little unfortunate. I do not remember this being that. Well, dumbass, you queued all this crap as Scholar. But say, I don't remember the accused being that bad back in the day. You dumbass. You bought your way into the fast train for all of this crap. By the way, blind running, there's a few fights that doing that blind as a healer is just harrowing. I think the worst one was Zodiark, because I was in just a state of panic the entire time. Everybody's dead around me. I have no idea what's going on. Collecting bolt stacks and hanging on by a thread. We got through it. Oh man. Yeah, that was back. Yeah, when I was leveling up, going through the game, I was still scared. I was scared of tanking for the longest time. Thanks, WoW. Now it's just my default. To be fair, Dark Knight's the coolest damn thing in existence. I know it was a hyperbole, fight me. Oh. Bless you, Snooty. Alright, okay. I'm going so I'm going through the mechanics for Tsukuyomi in my head, and I'm like, okay, half the mechanics you just are thinking of are the extreme ones, and you're not going to have to worry about those. I'm like, oh yeah, right. So in the back of my mind, I'm like, I hope I get the meteor. I'll know what to do with that. I'm just like, you're not getting the meteor. No one's getting the meteor. Just don't stand on the big part for too long, and then don't stand on the little part for too long, and you'll be fine. Then just dodge the fans, and if you have the stack, run towards the tank. I got this. We're fine. Felt a little nervous about my Shinryu play because I was tunneling a little bit more than I feel like I should be, but I was also, again, I cannot stress the frustration of having to go pull Hisatsu Gyoten out of my AoE rotation. Awkward as hell. I am, you know, I was about to say maybe I should swap the buttons, but maybe I should swap the buttons. I was just like, yeah, but single target Gyotens, you still use that. It's like, well, do I really need it for? Maybe I should do that. I'm convincing myself to do this. Hang on a minute. I don't think Tatsu's looking, so we'll be fine. Da da da. Yeah. Oh shit! Oh, we don't have time for this. All right, we're going in with the single target. EPS, don't do this to me. Don't do this to me! Ah, thank God. All right. Sometimes they just throw you back in and you just pick somebody else up. Sometimes they dump you out. And they're just like, sorry. Didn't know what I was going to get there. All right, there she is. All right, we have comfortable amount of time to run this and then do the follow-through stuff. All right, this is good. This is good. It's almost perfect timing. Because it'll be about 10, 15 minutes of the fight, and then 10, 15 minutes or everything that comes on after that.
Oh, it's going to be a long
Come on. There it is. No, no. Bonk. Oh, I'm competing with a ninja. That explains it. Technically gain on 3. Can't stop me. Come on, come on. Shy all of a sudden. Dramatic camera angle. Ah, here comes BGM 100. Uh-oh. Mr. Tank, what happened? Like a good DP. Oh, uh-oh. Hang in there, guys. I can't help you. Summer's doing sick damage.
I shall prevail.
Your end is near.
I'm gonna wait for a little bit before I pop the limit break. Might need it. I think by now we're fine. Oh, after this. Look at that, hit me? How? How did it hit me? I'm confused. Oh, I wonder if only me and him are in the maybe only the two of us are in the AoE. I don't know, it doesn't matter. Please step on me, director of the game. Ah, that is a fun fight. Taken care of. She knows. She knows how it works. Ooh. Pity calm. It's him. He has a cutscene gun. Watch out. He's got a pellet gun. Be careful with that, Asahi. You could blow someone's head off with that.
You really must learn to finish the job. 'Tis true that a gaudy mirror and a handful of crystals make for a feeble summoning. But even the weakest icon is a god of sorts. A threat that must be put down.
Ah, you did a name change.
My, such hostility. These beings are the sworn enemies of the Empire. I merely did my duty as an Imperial officer.
Yeah, being somebody from Azim's Step is automatically badass. You don't need my approval, but well done.
Will you surrender to anger then? Slay an anointed emissary to avenge a fallen foe?
And Walker reference.
You cannot, of course! To do so would burn the bridges we have labored so hard to build.
Oh, but I'm forgetting. They're already ash. This doorman woman has seen to that. The Empire cannot ally itself with any nation that refuses to renounce summoning. I believe I was most clear on that point. It should have been mine. The power he bestowed upon her. I should have been the one to govern Doma. I would have repaid his faith.
No one alive loves him more than I!
Wow, what a beautiful man.
Instead, this harlot betrayed his trust. Useless piece of filth! Worthless whore!
Thank you, dear brother, for this precious gift. Vengeance.
It's also great because he was the one who said you should really claim your kills more or something like that. Meanwhile,
These people, our people, they ignore the corruption which festers beneath the surface. Cast aside that which is dirty and broken. Speak not of things which would disrupt their dreary little lives. Like you, Asahi. Always pretending not to see. You were the first. The first I swore to kill. Such bliss. I had thought my hunger insatiable. But now I am satisfied. You should feel honored, dear brother. I saved the last of my strength, just for you. What's the matter? The Witch of Doma will soon be dead.
Gosetsu will warn you. Tsuyu did not deserve a kinder fate. But I know somebody will be sad.
He will mourn Tsuyu, perhaps. I wonder, was the fruit as sweet as he remembered?
just like, wait a minute, nobody died yet? Warrior of Light is just angry and confused. Why are they all monologuing? How many people would...
Lord Xenos. I am at your disposal.
Asahi, you were born of Doma, yes?
I now have a convoluted plan that involves summoning. I know it's not normal Xenos stuff, but trust me, I've been doing this for a long time.
Yes, my lord. I am honored that you would remember me. How may I serve?
You are hereby appointed Ambassador Plenipotentiary, and empowered to speak with the voice of the Emperor. Return to your native land of Doma, and announce your intention to sue for peace.
For peace?
Once negotiations are underway, you are to locate the acting Viceroy.
She lives? That is to say, I will, my lord.
When you have found her, you will initiate a ritual to call forth an icon. I will instruct you in the necessary steps. Yotsuyu's faith is unreliable, but as a child raised to believe in the Kami, she will serve as a vessel for one of the Kojin's gods. She need only wish it to be so. The power will seem a gift, but the icon's essence will consume her. She will be no more than a husk, a slave to whim and desire.
My lord, ever since the day you saw fit to save my miserable life, I have dreamed of repaying your benevolence. Upon my honor, I swear to devote myself wholly to your service. All that you command will be done, no matter the cost. But I fear the subtleties of your plan yet elude me. From the reports I have heard, the champion who aids the Doman resistance would make short work of a single icon.
The icon is merely a message. The pacifist teachings of the Populares spread through this city like a plague, and I would remind the people of the threat we face. You will be my chosen agent, the hand which tolls the warning bell. The salvation of this world will not be won through the signing of treaties.
Your chosen agent. I will not fail you, my lord.
Head back on.
My master, Lord Xenos. He will come for you.
Oh. Alright, actually dead this time. Both of them actually dead. For real. Fully dead.
Prevailed, I see.
Put them in the ground. And then we'll dig one of them up later.
She is gone. Wherefore did the kami spare us, only to inflict this pain?
Death shall not want for company this day. You spared us a worse disaster, but I fear our fledgling peace with the Empire was beyond saving.
Lord Hien!
Maxima!
Maxima, is it not? I assumed you long fled.
I entertain thoughts of escape even now, but our negotiations have yet to reach a satisfying conclusion. The ambassador insisted that the summoning spelled an end to our mission here, but it seemed to me there was more to the tale.
Rosinos! That son of a bitch.
I have heard tell of this power you wield. And in your vision, you witnessed Lord Xenos giving these orders.
And how can that be? Xenos is dead. He took his own life after the battle in Alamigo.
I agree, Hien. Xenos is dead. He should stay dead.
With my own eyes.
Forgive me, but Lord Xenos is very much alive. He granted our party an audience prior to our departure. That he was gravely wounded is certain, but his recovery appeared to be proceeding apace.
I'm afraid I share Lord Hien's confusion. The man's death was confirmed and his remains interred. These are matters of public record.
Time to dig his body up.
I have no doubt you believe what you say. But what then is the explanation? That an impostor has infiltrated the innermost circle of the Imperial Court? The idea is inconceivable, absurd. But worthy of investigation nonetheless. Our movement can ill afford to have a highly placed pretender undermining our efforts.
Early visions of Maxima being a complete badass, despite not having any flashy, badass superpowers. He's just a dude who's really good at his job. You know what I mean? Love this guy.
Your efforts may yet bear fruit. Tell me, what is to become of our prisoner exchange? Though we have already taken custody of our conscripts, we have yet to release your Imperial comrades. Do you still intend to collect them?
Yes. As the late ambassador's second in command, it falls to me to speak on the Empire's behalf. And I'm happy to confirm our intent to proceed according to the original agreement.
Then let us be about it. 'Twould be a pity to abandon such a promising beginning.
Indeed. You have my thanks, Lord Hien. As soon as our people are secure aboard our airship, we shall depart straightways for Garlemald.
Tread lightly, Pilus. I sense treachery awaits you there.
Might I accompany you to the capital?
Dumbass.
Alphino, have you gone mad?
Imposter or no, if Xenos was instructing Asahi on the finer points of ritual summoning, then experience tells us there is an Asian waiting in the wings.
Alphino's figured it out.
Expertise, our new friends will be hard-pressed to contend with a foe for whom death is but a minor inconvenience. They need our help.
Were you indeed willing to share your knowledge of this enemy, we would not shun your counsel.
You truly mean to do this? In full knowledge of the danger?
I have seen the Warrior of Light risk her life on countless occasions. Next to her, I'm scarce more than a distraction on the battlefield. But in the meeting room or the audience chamber, there I can make a difference. I can strike bargains, forge ties, and change minds. And where better to do these things than in the home of our old enemy?
destroy whole nations. Let's see. This is your moment. I don't believe in Alfino. So we're just gonna say he's your moment. Go get him! Yeah! Oh, he's gonna smile. Warrior of Light's into this. It's just crazy enough to work!
'Tis not for me to stop you, but I would have you consider an alternative arrangement. Rather than braving the Empire as a simple traveler, go forth as an emissary of Doma. Such a position should offer you some measure of protection.
Go then. You've obviously made up your mind. Just try not to do anything reckless, all right?
I'm so glad we have Alice with us now.
I shall be on my best behavior. Farewell, my friends.
I'm out! I'm free! Actually, hang on. Ass. Alphinaud, you impulsive fool. Thought about trying to talk him out of it, but I know that what I would say if the roles were reversed. Stubbornness is something of a family trait. Gosetsu dragged himself here from his sickbed only to be greeted by the sight of Yotsuyu's corpse. I had not the words to comfort him. Oh, they cleaned them up. Alright, we'll see if we can get out of the Castum Fulminum. I know Asahi was planning some manner of treachery, but a summoning? Thank the kami you were here, my friend. None of us could have escaped Yotsuyu's vengeance had you not intervened. She was a pawn eye, but she still had a choice, and she chose to submit to the ambassador's plan. 'Tis little wonder Gosetsu departed in silence. I gather he left the same way he came, alone aboard a rowing boat. As to the conscripts, most made it to the Sekibune before the battle began in earnest, but the vessel yet waits on the riverbank for those who did not flee in time. I suggest we put this doleful place behind us and make for the Enclave together. Off to the Enclave. This should like end right at 9. He did the roar.
How often have I imagined this moment? Thank you for helping it come to pass.
Later, at that same place. Oh, do we get a speech? Speech! We bowing, no speeches. Peas and carrots, peas and carrots, peas and carrots.
Ah, there you are.
Gosetsu, your hair.
My friend, what have you done?
An old man who cannot raise his blade has no place in the service of a young lord. Thus did I decide to devote my remaining days to pilgrimage. I will walk this land, offering prayers of repose for all the souls who left this life.
He dies immediately. All right, so for some context, so Gosetsu, if you notice, had a top knot haircut. He had it was pulled up and then folded over. That is a samurai's haircut, and back in feudal Japan, the only people who could wear their hair like that were samurai. So it was sort of a badge of office to have your hair like that. And as such, to shave your head like this, or to basically to cut your hair off, is to say that you are no longer a samurai, and to sort of to remove yourself from the privileges and responsibilities of being one. Hence the shaved head. Don't ask me how I know this. I'll never stop talking. As for Gosetsu, yes, he dies immediately, but then later on, he does come back up in some Endwalker quests. Or, yes. Not the last you see of him, but it's the last time he has an impact on the MSQ.
All of them?
Safe travels, Gosetsu. Warrior of Light understands. Viola understands. Get out of here, kid. Chase your dreams.
A fulsome farewell makes for an enjoyable journey.
Scarcely have we said our goodbyes to Alphino, and you leave us too. But 'tis well that my companions find their own way forward. I must endeavor to do the same.
I have faith that you will find the best path for Doma without me, my lord. Pray forgive me this last act of selfishness, and grant me your blessing.
You have earned it 1,000 times over. Go in peace, my friend. I shall make of Doma a land where children laugh, and none need live in fear.
Funny little sport.
There is no better way to honor those who went before.
Ozumo.
And with that, I take my leave.
No sword, mind you. He is going as a pilgrim. And they spit us out. Okay. Yeah, we're 9 on the dot. What timing? Well, yeah, 9. So, thank you everybody for joining. I'm gonna push the button to wind down. Man, we covered it well. We did all of 4-3. Well, except for the final little wrap-ups, I suppose. For most of the month of June, things will be back to normal. I'll be streaming 2 times a week. I have some goofy nonsense planned for Saturday, and then more MSQ, at least for a little while longer, on Wednesdays. I reserve the right to randomly play Night Rain at any time. It won't happen, but I'm reserving the right. Just in case. Yep, thank you again, everybody, and I will see you later.